In this video, we're going to explain just why you need to select the builder for your project before you select the architect or designer. Bear with me, as this is a longer video, but it's a complex issue and may go against everything you've been led to believe. Remember the statistic from the last video, only 20% of projects designed ever get built. Unfortunately, a lot of the horror building stories you hear come from that small 20%. You see, most people make the mistake of getting their plans done, then they look for 3 builders to compare quotes, which, unless you have all of your documentation in place, is really just an exercise in futility. You'll have 3 separate quotes with varying degrees of detail, and to a large extent, you'll be forced to think, okay, well, they're all quoting on the same plans, so you may think you're comparing apples with apples. It couldn't be further from the truth. Now, the worst part of this process, the 3-quote process, is despite their best intentions, clients' decision is usually influenced by price as opposed to the quality and the fit of builder for their project, which is what leads to conflicts and issues. I have to stress, this system can work if you have all the correct documentation, and it's far more than just plans and engineering if you want to really compare 3 quotes. It will require a fair investment from you and a lot of work and due diligence. If you want to know how to make the 3-quote system work for you, follow us on Insta or Facebook and we'll post a video explaining the steps and documentation required to truly compare 3 quotes effectively. But it still doesn't guarantee that your home will come in on budget, okay? Over the years, we've come across quite a few architects who understand this issue and have tried to remedy this by getting their builders to break down their quotes into a spreadsheet that the architect supplies. This allows the architect to better compare quotes. This is an absolute nightmare for most builders. In this process, the builder has no collaborative input and is expected to jump through hoops and comply with a foreign system instead of using the system that they've perfected and they trust. The builders who tend to like this process often don't have their own systems in place to produce a comprehensive and detailed proposal. There is a much more logical way forward, but it feels counterintuitive at first. Select your builder first so that you can have them work in collaboration with your architect. Most builders have a database of designers and architects that they've worked with before and can also recommend the right architect or designer for your project. Selecting your builder in the first instance sets 3 very important wheels in motion that almost guarantee a smooth and, dare I say, fun building experience for you. 1. You'll spend far more time researching your builder and conducting due diligence to make sure they're the right fit for your project. 2. Your decision-making process will be influenced by quality, reassured by the knowledge that your project will remain in budget. And 3. Your builder will be able to collaborate with your architect to better ensure that your project is kept in budget during design stage. Why is it so important to look at a collaborative approach? It's very simple. Your architect or designer will draw the plans of what your project needs to look like based on a square metre rate. However, they don't tend to think about the logistics of delivering the project. That's up to the builder. And oftentimes, that's where the budget really starts to blow out. A builder looks at how they're going to build the project and how they're going to execute each of their deliverables in a safe and efficient manner. Having your builder involved during the design stage can prevent costly budget blowouts during construction. Remember, it's far easier to make changes on paper than it is during construction. And don't forget, your builder will be responsible for 90 to 95% of your budget, You want them to use the systems and protocols that they've perfected over years. You do not want them to have to adopt the systems and protocols of the designer or architect to build your home. We get asked a lot about how to select the right builder. There are thousands of awesome builders right throughout Australia. But if you want to know some tips and tricks to find the perfect builder for your project, follow us on Insta or Facebook. Pretty soon we'll be producing a video to show you just that. Thanks for watching. Really hope you got something out of this video. Please stick around for the next video where we discuss licenses. Cheers.